The Tennessee Aquarium in Chattanooga is closed right now, but that was a perfect opportunity for them to do a little spring cleaning in the penguin exhibit, just in time for nesting season. And here to share with us more about what the penguins are up to is senior aviculturalist Loribeth Lee. Good morning, Loribeth.
Good morning. Good morning.
And I see
We've
you have
actually
a few of
got
your
a lot
friends.
going on behind me. You can probably see.
I started saying you got a few of your special friends there behind you, hopping around on the rocks.
I do, yeah. We have around 20 penguins here at the Tennessee Aquarium, 2 different species, macaronis and gentoos, and they are about a week into their breeding season. So they have their nesting rocks. They're very excited. And it has just been a normal kind of introduction for breeding season here for us. Even though we don't have guests, the birds are getting breeding season just like they normally would, and they are thrilled about it.
And they have, you mentioned in the notes I got from you about magic rocks. Tell us about the magic rocks when it comes to nesting.
Yeah, so that's a fun term. We use magic rocks here. Penguins are birds that depend on lighting to let them know what time of year it is. So as our days get a little bit longer, they know that breeding season is coming, and they're ready before we're even ready. So we did a big cleaning of our exhibit a few weeks ago, and last week we introduced the nesting rocks, and that signals for them the chance to be able to build a nest. And so they get very excited. For the past week, they have not been as interested in food or anything else we have to offer. All they want to do is claim their territory and build that nest, and that's something that's never done. They're constantly going to be working on their nesting all year round. Even once they have eggs and potentially chicks, they'll still be working on their nest.
And I look back there, and they're paired off right now. When you look back there, they're in pairs right now.
They are in pairs. We do have a few that are still trying to figure out who they're going to be with. They don't mate for life. They mate for a breeding season, so it can change. The pairs can change. And we've got a few males that are actually very adamant on who they want to be with. The females are not quite won over yet. So even though we're not open for guests, we actually do have a webcam on our exhibit. So if you want to watch this drama, that's really what it is. It's soap opera in here. You're able to watch them 24/7 through our website and our live cam. So it's a really, really fun opportunity.
How many young penguins are you expecting? How many eggs? What are we looking at as far as nesting season?
You know, I feel like most of the females that pair up are going to lay eggs, but just because we get eggs does not mean we're guaranteed chicks. They might be sitting on eggs that are not fertile, so we'll have to just wait and see. I do expect most of them to lay, and it takes a little bit over 40 days before those eggs can hatch. So if we're going to see chicks, it's probably going to be early June. We don't have eggs yet, and it's a couple more weeks before we see our first egg. But hopefully in June or July we'll end up with a chick. I think 2 or 3 would be a good number to say this year. Our busiest year's given us 5, and we've had years where we don't have any chicks at all.
But you love seeing those young chicks come into the program down there, the exhibit there, don't you?
Yes. Oh my goodness. They're so much fun. Every bird is different. They all have different personalities, and watching them fit into the group has been really fun. Our youngest from last summer, who's just about a year old now, he really thinks that these rocks are for him, and so he runs around and kind of pushes the other birds out of the way, and it's just really fun to watch them figure out what's going on.
Now, how many total penguins do you have at the aquarium?
We have around 20 penguins, so almost an exact even male-female ratio in here, but we do have some birds that are not mature enough, so they don't quite understand what breeding season's about. So that's why you'll see that not every single bird pairs up and nests this year, but that's to be expected. A few of the macaronis are just coming into being old enough to breed, and it's really fun to watch them kind of know what to do now. Before, they just kind of wandered around a little bit confused, but now they're very excited. Bacon and Cheddar are our youngest couple, and I'm really excited to see if they'll end up having an egg this year.
You know, I'm enchanted by penguins. I really am. I love to watch penguins. If there's something on TV about penguins, I stop and watch it. What do you think it is about penguins that captures people's attention? And
They're
and their
so
passion.
fascinating. They're birds. They couldn't be more different from us, but at the same time, they're so much like us. This time for us, is weird because we like to be around other people. We like to socialize, and we like to be with the people that we enjoy. And it's hard to not be able to do that right now. For penguins, they're very social. They're even more social than us. They live in colonies of 100,000 birds, and so they live in these really close, tight-knit social environments. And I think that is one thing that connects us, that makes us realize, hey, we're not all that different from these guys. They have to choose a mate, they have to defend their territory, they have to interact with other birds, and they have to learn how to get along. And when you think about it, that's the same thing that we're trying to figure out how to do. And granted, it's a little different for us now, but for these guys, you can check in on them anytime you need a little boost, anytime you need to lift your spirits. It's always a fun thing to do.
I love that. And last question for me, what's that one fun fact that you like to get out to the public about penguins? That one thing that you like to say, this is one thing I want to get across to the public?
One thing that we like to do here with our animals that most zoos and aquariums do is enrichment. We like to give them the opportunity to experience something new, because as people, we like to try new things, and we have favorite things. And so we do enrichment for our penguins. It could be anything from bringing in a basketball that they can push in the water, or blowing bubbles for them. I actually have a penguin painting. This is freshly made,
oh, nice.
So it's still wet. But that's a form of enrichment that we do here for our birds. So we actually let them walk around in our backup area, and we put canvas and paint, washable paint, on the ground, and they can walk through and leave their footprints on that canvas. And we have some great photos and videos that we can put on our Instagram and on our Facebook to kind of show how we do this. But it's just one simple, fun thing that these birds get to do, and it's a very important part of their day and their life. Just like we have to find ways to entertain ourselves, they do as well.
All right. Loribeth, thank you so much for taking some time with us today. Thank the penguins as well. We really appreciate it. And folks, if you would like to check out everything that's going on with the penguins, we're going to give you that web address right there for their live camera right there at the Tennessee Aquarium.